Hi everybody, and welcome to our video about repeat signs. This is going to be a pretty quick video, short and sweet, just talking about how these function. We're also going to cover first and second endings. So here are what our repeat signs look like when they're not in music. Now, you can have repeat signs that face two different directions. This is a right-facing repeat sign, because the dots are on the right side. And this is a left-facing repeat sign because the dots are on the left side, okay? So when you see a right-facing repeat sign, that's giving you the direction to go to the right, okay? So if you're playing along and you hit this repeat sign, it's gonna send you back that direction. If you have a left-facing repeat sign, it's gonna send you the opposite way. It's gonna send you back towards the beginning of the piece. Okay, let's check out what first and second endings look like. First and second endings kind of look like this. I've drawn them here with no music underneath, but I'm going to show you what they look like in your music in just a second. You can tell a first ending because it's got the number 1. You could tell the second ending because it's got number 2. Now, in between these two, there will usually always be your repeat sign. So when you're playing through your music, you play the first ending. When you hit that repeat, it sends you back. And then when you come through the second time, you will jump and play your second ending and then continue. Okay, let's check out repeat signs and first and second endings where they occur in your lesson book. For all my string players, repeats and first and second endings are introduced on page 19 right here, before numbers 66 and 67. So you can see now they've shown you the same stuff that I just showed you, right-facing repeat, left-facing repeat, first ending, and second ending. But they're showing them to you on a staff, so you can see what they would look like in your real music. For my band students, so my non-string players, repeat signs are introduced way earlier in your book, way back on page 7, when you're still just playing half notes. So you've been seeing repeat signs for a while. However, your first and second endings aren't introduced until page 21, right before exercise number 80. I believe it's Buffalo Gals. I'm going to keep showing you the violin book because it still shows you how those repeats are going to work. But for my band students, this is where you're seeing those things, not on page 19 like the string players. Let's take a look at Rachel's repeat. First of all, let's find all of our repeat signs. There's 2 here, and then there's another one at the end. There is not one at the beginning. You do not always need a repeat sign at the beginning. If you have a left-facing repeat here, it's going to send you back to the start, and you play it. Okay? So sometimes you won't see a repeat sign here. That doesn't matter. If there's a repeat that bumps you back, you go all the way back to the start and then play. So we're playing Rachel's repeat. We start here, playing through, we hit this repeat, back to the start. Play through, play through, play through. Second time you keep going. Playing and playing and playing. You play all the way to the end. That's when you hit this repeat and it would send you back to this repeat sign. So repeat signs will either send you back to the previous repeat sign. If there isn't a previous repeat sign, you go all the way back to the start. So that can sometimes be a little tricky about where to go. But really, Rachel's repeat would be you play the first 4 measures, and then you play them again. Then you move on to your second 4 measures, and then you would play them again. This guy does not send you all the way back to the beginning because this repeat sign right here stops you and makes you repeat from here on out. The exercise right below this, Little Liza Jane, introduces our first ending and our second ending, okay? So again, here you can see there's a repeat sign. It sends me back to the start because there's no other repeat sign in my way. How about down here in the second line? When you hit this repeat sign, you don't go all the way back to the start. You only go back to the beginning of this line because that right-facing repeat is going to stop you and send you back here. So, the trickiest thing about first and second endings is training your eyes when you have to jump, because you play through the first time and you take the first ending. When you hit the repeat, you go back. Now it's the second time. When you get here, your eyes need to jump over to the second ending. You do not play this first ending on your second time through. You have to ignore it. Okay, so if we're at the beginning, we're playing here, take the first ending, boom, we hit the repeat, sends us back to the start. Playing, playing, now it's time to jump to the second ending. Here, 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 no double bar line, so we keep going, second line. Playing, playing, first time through, I'm taking my first ending, hit the repeat, boop, sends you right back to the previous repeat. Playing, playing, it's the second time through, so when I get here, my eyes jump over to my second ending, and then I've got my double bar line, and I'm done. So when you're playing things with a first and second ending, it's really about training your brain about what to do. First of all, you got to know which time are you on. Are you playing it the first time or are you playing it the second time? And then train those eyes to look ahead and jump. Okay guys, I know that was really short and sweet, but really repeats are not that crazy if you think about it, right? A repeat is just making you do the same thing again. So they're just the symbols that tell you what to do and where to go. Same thing with first and second endings. Hopefully those names seem to make a lot of sense, right? Take the first ending the first time and the second ending the second time. So if those are things you haven't practiced yet, look into them, find them in your music, look to those pages in your book, page 19 for my string players. And for first and second ending, again, this is for my band students, so flutes, clarinets, saxophones, trumpets, trombones, French horns, okay? This is where you can find your stuff about repeat signs. You've been seeing those very early on in your book. I'm pretty sure all of you know what a repeat sign does, what it's telling you to do. First and second endings, hop over to page 21 and check it out. Okay, see if you can kind of follow the roadmap there. All right, great job guys, keep practicing.